Hi there, welcome back to Plan With Me with Erica D. I am doing my second Plan With Me ever, so I decided to give this a try, and a real try is probably more than one video, so here's number 2 for you. I was really inspired by this summer break sticker and the fun bright colors in it, so I pulled out a few stickers and from sticker books that went with that color scheme. You won't see any of the red, I didn't like the red, but every other color from that first inspiration sticker is in here. I also have this roll of stickers that I don't use very often, but we do have some appointments this week, so I'm going to use them. So this is for July 8th through the 14th. So I'm going to pull the pages out of my rings so that my pages lay flat, making it much easier to plan. And then again is my inspiration sticker. These are some washies that match the colors except for the red. This one goes with all of them, but it's not my favorite washi, and these are some sparkly ones because it's always good to add a little sparkle to your page. Little glitter goes a long way. So I have to pick which washi I'm going to start with at the bottom of my page. And I'm going to go with orange. Originally, this was going to be a mostly peach spread. I'll explain more why later. And so kind of still in that same vein, orange, peach, they're similar. I decided to stick with that original inspiration that obviously got canceled, but is still in my head a little bit. So I went with orange for my main washi there at the bottom of the page. I now need to find some washi to mark the working part of the planner. That is the boxes where the calendar actually sits. So it'll be something narrower and probably something complimentary. So it's time for some sparkle. This washi is obviously way too wide. It would take up too much of my box. So I'm going to cut it. So I lay my X-Acto knife and my see-through ruler on top of the washi at a 1/4 of an inch mark and slice it so that it is the width I want. When cutting this sparkly washi, you have to push really hard with this X-Acto knife. It's just really thick washi, and so it won't cut through very well if you don't use a lot of pressure like you do with, you can use little pressure with the paper washi. But I do this very often. It's hard to find small washi in the colors that I like, and this technique works for me. I can buy big washi and I can make a few inches of it go a long way by doing this. And it gives me more options. It's a little harder to do with patterned washi, so solid colors or glitter washi works the best for this. If you use a pattern, you have to take the pattern into account. Is there going to be enough pattern left once you cut it down? But it works great for this. And oh, I love those colors together. Thinking about adding some green, not going to add that other one. I really like this green, but just don't know if I want it in there right now. It's a little too contrasting. So I'm going to go with the yellow to mark my weekend. I turn my page sideways so that I make sure that I get my washi at least tall enough to span the vertical line. This one I'm going to cut to 1/8 of an inch. I don't like it to be quite as thick when I mark the vertical lines because there's not as much room left to write in my information, and I am above all a functional planner, and so I need lots of room to write, make my lists and write our appointments and things like that. So this is 1/8 of an inch. Because it's slightly see-through, I center it with the black line that's printed on the page because you can see through it a little bitty bit. Slightly less than or more than 1/8 of an inch left on here, and I want to block in my weekend just a little more clearly with a top and a bottom, so I slice washi again to 1/8 of an inch and cut it down there. And that thing I'm using to cut, it's just a straight edge. You could use a credit card or anything. This is a part of the Cricut machine, and I still love that green shiny washi, sparkly washi, but just not ready to add it in yet at this point. There's my inspiration sticker. I don't love stickers that are backed in white. I feel like they disappear on the white planner page. So I look for another color to become the background to this sticker. I love, love, love the green, but obviously I've loved the green in the past because there's no green left in this book. So I need to find, ooh, that's kind of nice. Need to find a color of a mostly solid but probably slightly patterned paper that can become the backdrop for this. I like the dark pink better than the light pink. So I start out by laying the pink box down and then putting my inspiration sticker over the top. I just think you can see it so much better than when it's just on the white. I don't use a lot of florals, but these florals really match this sticker, and so do these. They're not from the same book, but they kind of go together. They have the peaches, the pinks and the oranges and the greens. This green goes a little bit better than the green with this book, but and like I said, I don't use florals much, so this feels awkward to me. I have trouble picking which one I'm going to use, and you'll see in a minute I'll have trouble picking where I'm going to lay it down. I like flowers, I just don't use them much in my planner, so it feels very uncomfortable. I want to leave lots of space to write, but I'd like it to somehow be a border and in a corner. So I choose the weekend. It's just too big and taking up too much space as is, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit and see if that fits in a little bit better. I had trouble cutting it down and not getting just a part of a leaf or something like that. So I'm going to put that guy right there. Oh, yep, left some leaf there, so I need to cut that a little more cleanly than I did before. Maybe this wasn't the best idea, but it'll work out in the end. It just takes a little time. Well, that's kind of sweet. I sort of like that. Probably going to add some green in as well, but I liked the green better from this book. So I'm going to take these little, I don't know what they are. They're not leaves, but these little green sprigs, and add them in because they tie in that other green from that sticker. All right, so I did florals. You don't know this, but I can tell you that's new for me. Now let's get down to some more functionals. My husband and I have decided to walk, and so I'm going to use a habit tracker. I don't use habit trackers much. I've had trouble finding habit trackers in the books, actually, because I don't use them. I think I've given them away. This one's pink and orange with the gradient to it, but I just feel like it kind of disappears, so I'm going to go with this darker pink. And this will be my habit tracker for Did I Walk Every Day. New for me, but it's still very important, and so I'm going to add it into my planner. I didn't notice that it had 8 markers on it, so I'm going to later cut that down to 7. I don't even think I do that on the video. We have a big function on Sunday. I'm going to brag for just a second and let you know that my son has been accepted to Harvard. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy to say. And so they have a send-off picnic for every kid who attends Harvard in the state of Indiana, and they're having that on Sunday the 14th. So I finally get to use one of these stickers with the who, what, when, where, why kind of things. I had to move the florals over to make room for it because that's important. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I don't like how far away it is. You probably heard that I live in Indiana, and that's a long way from Harvard, but I'm proud of him and excited for him. So I had to put that down, and thanks for letting me brag about it for a moment or two. Thought about backing it with a color, but decided to just let it go and let it be as it is. I also picked out some of the markers that I'm going to use. I have the idea from Twinkle Plans Her Day to make colorful boxes with the highlighters. So I will use these later. Right now I need to mark a physical therapy appointment for my daughter. And then we have another appointment on Thursday. I love the green, but the green says meeting. It doesn't say appointment. So I'm going to have to do something to change that up because it's not a meeting, it's an appointment. And the only other ones that said appointment were not in the color scheme I wanted. So I'm going to try one of these little boxes and stick it over top of the word meeting, and I'll just hand write in the word appointment. Could have used green to match, but I decided to go with a different color. I'm going to white out the word meeting just in case it shows through the sticker. I'm going to cut off the edges of this, since one is straight up and down and one is like a point of an arrow, and I'm just going to just cut the edges off and just lay that over top of that, and then I can later write in appointment right there. Not my favorite, but it will do. It will do. Now, I originally told you that this spread was supposed to be peach. And the reason is, and this is going to sound kind of crazy, is there is a peach truck that comes through our state once a summer, and they kind of set up station for an hour and a half at a local business, and you go and you buy your supposedly fresh peaches. So this was going to be a peach spread because my husband loves the day the peach truck comes. I was going to use one of those stickers with the girls, but they were in cars and not trucks. And I'm going to take this one that I think is a to-do list, and I'm going to cut off the title, and I'm going to cut off the check boxes, and I'm just going to let it be a who, what, when, where kind of a sticker. I can write peach truck, the name of the store, and the time it'll be there. It's got 3 sections, and it's peach, so it works. So yeah, I went from a peach spread to a summery multicolor spread, but I'm still working in my peaches. So just because I have a gazillion peach stickers, I might as well stick a few of them around this information box. Don't love how those 2 stickers on the right are stacked up on top of each other. That probably needs to change, but I don't think about it when I'm doing this, so it'll stay for now. My daughter comes home from camp. She's been gone for a week on Monday, and I'm very excited to have her back, so I need to mark that. Trying to decide how to mark it. Do I give it a box? Do I give it a backer? Do I give it a bullet? Or do I just use this sticker? And I think there's enough space to write in what I need in the sticker and next to the sticker. Now, I might as well go with summer fruits and do a watermelon. It matches the color scheme, and my daughter loves watermelon in the summers. So we've got peaches on one side, we'll have watermelons on the other. Oh, she likes drinking out of coconuts too, but that just doesn't match, so I'm not doing that. But that marks my daughter's homecoming. And so I found these markers. I kind of wrote on a piece of paper with each one to check the colors so I can try to match them. The 2 oranges are pretty similar, but I'm going to go with this one. It matches my inspiration sticker a little bit more. And I'm going to mark another event that we have going on Tuesday. It's in the morning, so I do it close to the top of the box. The appointment that you see after that is in the afternoon, so I'm not an exact, I don't use the 3 boxes for morning, afternoon, and night, but I do like to keep it mostly chronological. We have another activity. One of my kids has a practice on Wednesday evening, so I'll put this down here. And as you can see, I ignore the boxes. I don't really care for the 3 boxes. I just go over them. I used to white out over them, in fact, but I haven't been doing that lately. But I just put this box here because I just don't care about those boxes. I just really don't. We had some things going on Sunday, but I think we may have to cancel them in order to go to the Harvard picnic, so I'm not going to put boxes in for them yet. Really still wanting to use this green washi. Green is one of my favorite colors. It's sparkly. I love it. I want it to work in somewhere. So I'm going to try putting it down here within the orange. I kind of cut one side of it to an angle and then just left this one, the right side, straight and cut it with my little straight edge. That doesn't seem like enough green. It seems like an accident, so I'm going to add it up here now. And I'm going to try taking my straight edge and making the angle, and it worked. So, but ooh, it just doesn't flow. I don't know if it's the cool color with the warm colors. I don't know if it's just too busy. Something about it doesn't speak to me. I still love it, so I'm going to save it on my ruler, but I just can't use it there. It just didn't work for me. I honestly don't remember what my brain was stuck on at this point, but it was stuck on something, and I think I just decided I was done. So at this point I thought I was done, so I cut the washi out of the little hole, and I think I'm going to give you a thumbs up in a second and tell you I'm done, but I'll tell you right now, I wasn't done. I had forgotten something very important. So there's my attempt to be finished with this video, and I'm back. I forgot something really important, and this is the whole point of planning, so I'm really disappointed in myself. You can see I had forgotten shot night and trash night on Monday, so I'd already added that off camera. But what I really forgot was these stickers. I made these on my silhouette, just with regular printer paper. Printed them, cut them. I don't need this one, so forget it. I've got these because my son is going to his camp this week, and I like the long boxes to mark that the function of camp, or whatever it happens to be at different weeks, is taking up more than a day. He's going to be gone for many days. So I had to make these boxes, and I just totally forgot about it. I had added this pineapple to this function too. Thought if I had watermelons and peaches, I might as well have a pineapple. And I either want this at the bottom or the top. Because it's all week, I don't want it to be right in the middle and kind of just split my spread in half. And so I was going to take some stickers off either way, whether it was from the top or the bottom. And since the top had I had drawn the boxes on with the highlighters, it was harder to get rid of. So I decided to take my stickers off the bottom and use that. So I run those pieces of paper through my sticker maker, and I now have really long green colorful boxes that I can lay at the bottom to take up the entire week. He'll be home on Saturday, so the camp ends on Saturday, which is good, or we'd never get to the picnic on Sunday. And now I've got all those stickers that I put up there on my ruler that I need to give a new home to. It just doesn't work down there, so I'll just do kind of a floral header up here. Add that little green sprig in there. It still works, it's just not what I had originally planned. So watermelons, peaches, pineapples, let's just do all the summer fruits, why not? And it fits the color scheme. We've got shot night. We've got a sickness in our family where somebody has to take shots once a week. And these hearts are not because I love shot night and trash night, but just because they're cute. And I even got these little stickers that are little shots from Pumpkin Paper Company, Pumpkin Paper Co. She has lots of functional stickers, and she even has shots. Who knew? So those boxes down there are for shot night and trash night. And now, oh, I never used this washi, did I? I really like this washi, but I just can't figure out how to use it, so I'm gonna just forget about it this week and let it go. All right, so I am truly done with my second plan with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, you can subscribe. I think you just hit that subscribe button you see there, and you can check me out at My Happy Planning Place on Instagram anytime you want to. Hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.